Hey guys, how's it going? Back with another video, as random as my videos are. Today we are back on the old Funko Pops. Funko Pop started off as a bit of a joke for my brother, you know, just something personal for him that he can keep forever and laugh at because it's quite funny. And now I'm getting requests from other friends to do stuff for their partners. Quite had to send me a couple of pictures of him, what he looks like. He actually looks a little bit like Zack Snyder, just bigger. Kind of like hunted the internet and found this one called Nathan Drake from Uncharted. If you're into games, you'll probably know what that is. I don't personally. My boy was a little bit disappointed that I'm going to draw all over him and, you know, take away the iconic Nathan Drake. But it's, you know, it's not mine and they've paid for it, so leave them to it. So we've got a couple of ideas today what to do. I'm not going to go mental on, you know, changing him too drastically. I have gone to the old Photoshop, personalised the box. It's quite time consuming, but it did turn out really well in the end. I am going to remove the rope because, as far as I know, he's not into tying anyone up, but whatever he gets up to at the weekends is entirely up to him. Got the radiator on today. It's kicking out some heat, so if you see a fire behind me, just give us a nudge and let me know, and I'll try and escape through this window. I've got some funky paintbrushes if I need them. I've got my Sharpies for different coloured tattoos. I'm going to go with the very thin permanent marker for doing the detail and the tattoos. And I've even got some C4 which I bought for my brother's one, which I never used, which I may or may not need to make something up. So if I do, I do. If I don't, even easier. Apparently you have to make it, design it and heat it up in the oven and cook it, and I don't know, it sounds a bit weird to me. So, you know, we'll just go with the flow and see how this one turns out. I do like a cup of tea. I think I got it for about £19.50 on eBay, free delivery. The fun part is when you get an idea in your head of what you want to do for whoever you're designing this present for, you don't have to hunt through thousands and thousands of Funko Pops online to try and find one that sort of matches the person you're basing it on. It's easy to do that. You can buy blank ones that you do from scratch, which I probably will do eventually. But at the moment, it's just, for me, it's a lot easier to find one that's almost identical to the person that you're doing, and then you just build off of that. I do think the box is the bit that makes it a bit more personal than normal. Anyone can get something that looks like someone, but to have your name all plastered all over a box, I'll tell you the process of what I do. So I basically buy this from eBay. It comes, I put it on the floor, and I get my phone out and I take pictures of every angle of the box, and then measure from one side to the other, and then from bottom to top, and then I know that that's basically the size of the box. I then put the images into Photoshop and basically take away anything that I don't want. So in this case it's the Uncharted 4, the 88, the rope I got rid of, and obviously his name. And then I basically do a bit of magic on the old Photoshop and change things around and paint things and make them look a little bit so you can't see what was there before. This is the back, as a present for his 40th, I do believe, and she didn't say much apart from he's mad on comic books. He's got tattoos all over his arms and he's quite big. Took that on and just personalised these. This one was quite time consuming because if you look at the two together, so that's the original and that's the one I've done. If you can see, obviously the rope had to go, and then things around the back had to be painted. And to be honest with you, if you can look where the anchor is, you can see the anchor, it's not there anymore. There's quite a bit of detail behind that, which is now gone, and to the untrained eye you're never going to know. So I can't even tell, to be honest with you, so done really well. So what we'll do first is we will take him out the box and remove the rope. So just be careful when you're removing him from the box, because you do need it. That can go there. So as you can see, he's got like a rope, which I presume he does some kind of climbing with in the game. We're going to cut this away using a Stanley knife. Obviously be extremely careful when you're using any form of knife, because you slip and you may add another hole to your body, which, you know, the 3 that you've got in there at the moment is enough. Unless you want to start counting your nostrils and your ears. Well, you know, count away. So we are going to cut this away. Try and keep it tight, and try not to cut your thumb. I suppose you could, if you wanted to, warm this up with some kind of heat gun, and then it would probably be a bit easier to cut, a bit softer maybe. So that's the rope cut, and it's like a fleshy colour underneath, which is quite good. I'm going to have to just trim that up a bit. And now it looks like he's holding like a soggy banana, which, you know, everyone's done at some stage of their life. Done. That's the anchor gone. Last but not least, that flies back. Oh, Mr. Miyagi, you there's a f***ing knife. Oh, you lucky. Come at me, bruv. I really feel like killing a fly today. Oh yeah, go on, go for it. It's gonna f my shot up. Ready? Mr. Miyagi. Oh, it's in November. What are the flies doing in November? Fucking got it. I win! That's proper minging. I just want to apologise to any vegans that might be watching this video. There was an incident that happened while filming and a fly was injured. Now I take full responsibility for the death of said fly. I'm sure he lived a good life. He's been buzzing around here for the last 2 weeks, which has been really f***ing me off. He will be missed, not by me, but he will be missed by certain people in the fly community, I'm sure, and, you know, vegans, I do apologise. Right, back to doing the Funko Pop, because this is why we were making this video. I wasn't just here to kill flies, the fly slayer, as I've now named myself. Oh, I'd just like to say, I'm not sponsored by this can of paint, but if you are into, you know, trucks and, you know, painting, this is quite cool. This was about £12 on eBay, and quite easy to use. But if they do want to sponsor me, I'll be more than happy to have some funds coming in. I don't trust myself with a knife, to be honest with you. If you've watched any of my videos, you'll know that I am kind of a bit of a Frank Spencer and a bit accident prone. Obviously I don't want to spend any time in A&E today. Right, so I'm just basically trying to shave off the rope. The good thing is it's kind of like a fleshy colour underneath anyway, so I don't even have to think I'm going to have to paint it, which is good. Which is really good actually, because I haven't got any flesh colour paint anyway, so that's one hand done. Now he just looks like really aggressive. He's just kind of like standing there like that. John, I don't know if you are aggressive and make a point of standing everywhere with your fists clenched, but it's not a particularly good look, so maybe, you know, do the rock sign, or, you know, just the thumbs up maybe next time, rather than just standing all aggressive. You can tell how much I'm concentrating, because like, my tongue's hanging out and everything now. Just trying to shave it a little bit at a time. I don't want to get mad. Literally I don't want to get mad, because, you know, I don't want to end up in a nut house. Yeah, that's looking good, baby. It's actually quite warm right now. bit of heat in here for a change. Nice one, Raz. Should have done that last year when I was freezing my nuts off. I think that is about as good as I'm going to get it, really, without being too pedantic. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do, donkey. That'll do. Right, so John is covered in tattoos down one side, which got no problem with that because I am too. Bit of a marvelly theme going on, I do believe. So that's kind of his tattoos down one side. I do believe there's a Hulk and a Wolverine. Captain America, I think's on there at some stage, but I won't get that in because we're only going for the forearm. So what I'll probably do, Jesus, my nipples are sticking out. It's getting cold. So we need to try and get that on there. So this is where you need the steady hand. Jesus, I've even managed to get some nipples on the Hulk. That's what you call a steady hand. What have you got there? Do some more investigation, I think. He's got an Iron Man on the inside, and he's got cool tattoos. I'll give him that. 4. I normally say 4, and everybody's like, I don't know what you want about, mate. 4 and 4 sound exactly the same to me, so I don't know why you keep making such a big deal of it. Right, so I think we've got the outline of the tattoo done. Obviously, because we've got the Hulk, let's see if we can add a bit of green to it. And a bit of red for Iron Man. It's extremely difficult tattooing something that's about 4 inches tall. I'm still pumping out a bit of heat, so that's good. Focus on him. So I basically put an Iron Man, a Wolverine and a Hulk in there, then a couple of little bits and pieces to try and fill up the arm. Really difficult, and if you look really hard you can kind of see what it is, but when you're trying to draw something that's this big, it's quite difficult. Actually, I might as well show you a picture of the two together. Wait for it to focus. That's the real John, and this is the Funko John. As you can see, they do resemble each other slightly. You know what I mean? It's not bad, really. I'm going to stick Nathan Drake back in his box. Get in your box, Nathan. Because you're not Nathan anymore, you're now John. Make sure it's in there properly. Oh, he's fallen out. John. There we go. His hair was getting in the way, which obviously his actually nickname is The Hair, so it's quite ironic that the hair got in the way. So we'll start with the front. You measure twice and cut once. All you need to do is when you're sticking them on is just line them up. Not rocket science, really. So maybe let's start from the back and work our way forward. Just basically feel it round, make sure it's alright. May contain small parts. There's a joke there, but I'm not going to say it because it's not my place to. The side one on, again working from the back forward. Back forward. Just make sure there's no dust or dirt under it because it will show up underneath the decor. Right, and then finally, and then just find an edge, really work away. me. I think that's it. This is John the Hare. This is your Funko. I really hope you enjoy it. I think it's a lovely thing that Jodie done for you. So that's the Funko Pop version 4 or 5, I can't remember now. But as always guys, thank you for watching. Give us a thumbs up, subscribe somewhere down the bottom, and I'll catch you in the next one.